Hi, I'm Gerry Maguire, and this is Veteran Services with Gerry Maguire. I have a lot of information to put out today, so if you got a minute, put it on pause, grab a pen and a paper. You're going to want to take down some information here. Let me start with this book. This is a book that is given out by the VA, Moving Forward on Your Own. It's a financial guide for widows or widowers. A lot of times it's very difficult for a widow or a widower to move on and get their affairs in order and make life, that transition to a smooth life again. This book will help you. Now, I have copies of this at the office. My phone number at the office, of course, is 978-688-9525. And if you give me a call, I'll put a copy aside for you. It's chock full of information. It's really worth picking up. It talks about emotions and grief, financial steps to get you in the right direction. So I've got these at the office. Give me a call. Be happy to get one to you. Another thing that's kind of dear to me is motorcycle riding. So I'm going to talk to you about some events for the younger guys. And I'm trying to get Afghan and Iraq vets to call in. Now, there's a huge benefit. If you are an Iraqi or an Afghan vet, please call my office. You don't have to come in, just call. There's a program called iPods for Wounded Vets. It is a national program, but this particular office is in Massachusetts. I have a veteran right now who's going to start college May 11th. Now, this veteran has really had a hard time transitioning from military life back to civilian life. I've helped him with a lot of his ups and downs and got him back on the right track. He's a great guy. This Friday, I'm going to present him with a laptop computer from iPods for Veterans. And the town is going to provide him with or my office actually, no expense to the town, a nice laptop case to go with his new laptop. And he starts school May 11th. So if you are an Iraq vet or an Afghan vet, or you know of one, have them call the office. I'd like to be able to help them out. This program is specific. It's run by Vietnam veterans for the younger guys. Take advantage of this, please. All right, back to motorcycles. This is the Boston 6th Wounded Vet Run. It's at Suffolk Downs in Revere. So again, if you've got a bike, I'll be there. Would love to see you there. Wounded Vet Run, great ride. There's another run in Worcester, the 3rd annual Salute Our Veterans ride. Last year when I attended that, there was about 150 motorcycles. The location for that is Wagner Motorsports at 700 Plantation Street in Worcester. Would love to see you there as well. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that the office has accomplished. And when I say the office, I'm talking about, well, Adele Johnson, myself, Neil Patnaud is a volunteer who comes in very, very often, but the people in the community as well. We've given away 11 power wheelchairs, to include scooters, to veterans in North Andover and Boxford. So if you're in need of mobility, give me a call. Now I want to talk to you about Chapter 115. I want you to get your benefits, okay? This is not a handout. This is Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 115, and it says if you're a veteran or you are a widow or widower of a veteran, if you're having a difficult time financially, you are entitled to receive a monthly check from the town you reside in. Now, this is the guidelines. If your income is less than $1,951 and you have less than $5,000 assets, you're eligible. If you're a married couple struggling and your income is less than $2,582 and you have less than $9,800 in assets, you're entitled. Come in and make an application, all right? I'd love to see you in the office. I'd love to fill out the paperwork for you. You earned it. It's that simple. You wore the boots, you earned it. Now, again, I told you we're going to talk about a lot of information this morning. One of the things that the office has established is an all-female veterans coffee social. Long name for what is that? It's a bunch of a bunch of veterans. The majority of them are combat veterans. They're all female veterans. It's a support group for female veterans. There are problems with female veterans that are different than male veterans. And a lot of times what happens is the female veteran won't talk in front of a male about the things that they did, they saw, they went through. So we've established a coffee social. It's usually the last Saturday of every month. It's run by a veteran. Her name is Lena Velchuro. She does a great job. She's planning events. She's talking about taking the ladies on trips down to Battleship Cove, or maybe into Boston Harbor. Take a trip or tour the USS Case and Young or the Constitution. But these ladies get together and they make things happen. If you're interested, if you're a female veteran, please give me a call, 978-688-9525. Now, on May 21st, we have the Women's Veterans Network Conference, and that's also going to be located the UMass Medical Center in Worcester. If you'd like to attend, give me a call. I'll make sure you get out there. Women veterans are very special veterans. They did the job. They wore the boots. They accomplished the mission. They earned the benefits. Give me a call. Would love to see you. Love to help you get some of your benefits. If you are service connected and you're receiving Social Security, I work very closely with the Social Security office in Lawrence. You can establish a My Social Security account simply by going online. All right. Again, you earned it. Social Security and veterans, they've got a wonderful relationship, well, with our office anyway. So if you have a problem with Social Security, give me a call, please. Now, I'd like to talk to you about some events. Memorial Day. We're going to have our Memorial Day parade, and as usual, it will step off at 10 a.m. on Monday morning by the Commons, and we'll proceed up to the cemetery. After the cemetery, the parade, and anybody that would like to, we're going to meet at the VFW and have a lunch. I can't tell you what kind of food it is because I'm not cooking. But the VFW Post 2104 in North Andover is highly supportive of not only our office, but of all veterans. If you wore the boots and you walk into 2104, you're welcomed. It's pretty much that simple. They understand the ideal behind brothers and sisters in arms. So if you're not a member of the VFW, check out, see if you're eligible. And if you're an Afghan or a Iraqi veteran, please go to 2104. It's a great post. It's really worth the effort. The day before Memorial Day, May 29th, at the Reliefs Inn, located at 1 Market Street, we're going to have a luncheon in honor of Gerry Izzo. Now, Gerry Izzo was a Black Hawk pilot who flew through the Battle of Mogadishu. They made a movie, Black Hawk Down, that may ring a bigger bell for you. There were 2 Black Hawks that were shot down, Super 6-1, Super 6-4. Super 6-1 was shot down within the city limits, and 6-4 was shot down and landed just outside of the city limits on the outskirts. Gerry flew into Super 6-1, picked up who he could, dropped off who he had. Super 6-4, well, that was flown by Mike Durant. You may find that name familiar. Mike Durant is the pilot of Super 6-4, who he broke his back, he broke his right leg. There were 2 Army Special Forces Rangers that were flying above in an AH-6 or a Little Bird. They requested to be set down to help Mike Durant. He was by himself, his crew was dead. They were denied twice. The 3rd time they were told explicitly, we have no support for you. If you set down, you will die today. Gordon and Sugar said, set us down, we want to help Mike. They were set down. They defended Mike Durant until they ran out of ammo, and they did die that day. They also, they were awarded the Medal of Honor. Mike Durant was a prisoner of war for 11 days. So please, come shake hands with Gerry Izzo, the pilot of Super 6-5 that flew in and out of the Battle of Mogadishu. We're also going to mention and honor Frank Giles, or Francis Giles, who's buried here in North Andover. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but Frank Giles is a Medal of Honor recipient as well. And he's buried right here, like I said, in North Andover at Ridgewood Cemetery. Love to see you there. We'll be catered. We're going to have some chow there for you. We're going to have some speakers. It's going to be a good time. It's at the Reliefs Inn, 1 Market Street in Lawrence. The hall holds 400 or 500 people. Let's fill this hall up. I'm looking forward to this. It's from 11 to 3, again, at the Reliefs Inn. Here I have a list of things, 3 things. This Saturday, May 7th, is the Scholarship Cabaret. It's being held at the Reliefs Inn, again, 1 Market Street. Now, these events are all sponsored by the Lawrence Veteran Memorial Association. It's comprised of mainly Vietnam veterans. The scholarship goes to kids in the area. It's always a great time. Last year, my wife and I had a wonderful time there. We hope to see you there. May 7th at 7 p.m., the Scholarship Cabaret at the Reliefs Inn. And then on May 14th, there's a memorial ceremony at the Bellevue Cemetery on Reservoir Street. Again, this is sponsored by the veterans of Vietnam. All veterans are asked to assemble at the maintenance garage and together walk to the memorial. But all veterans are invited. You know, this is not a Lawrence issue. This is a Lawrence association of Vietnam veterans that made a difference. Come support us. The Reliefs Inn on May 21st, 7 p.m., a concert presented by the Veterans Den Patriotic Band. Now, a lot of you know Ed Hoppy Curran. He's a big name with Vietnam veterans. He's done a lot. I'd like to read to you a note that he gave me. It's a note from the founder of the Lawrence Vietnam Memorial. Greetings to you all. I'd like you to know how humbled and blessed I have been for the continued support and honoring our 18 brave young men who made the ultimate sacrifice in the Vietnam War. All of our events, the road race, the cabaret, but most importantly our scholarship fund that aids our children as they move on to adulthood and college life, are only possible because of our families, friends, and our veterans. I thank you and I look forward to seeing you at the above events with me. Ed Hoppy Curran. Please call directly for tickets or more information, and Ed's number is 978-837-0471. These are many events. Just actually, it's just a tip of the iceberg of what's available to you. Stop by the office. Have a cup of coffee with me. Give me a phone call. The number again at the office is 978-688-9525. This is Gerry Maguire, and I look forward to seeing you again next month.